Also, we have Q13's John Humbert in studio right now with some interesting before and after pics. John, talk about how this might relate to this derailment.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we don't want to speculate exactly about the cause of the derailment at this point, but we want to give some context to the situation in the area, a little bit of history of what's been going on with this. So this is a photo from the scene right now. This is from one of the fire departments in the area, kind of showing you where the derailment was happening, and more importantly, this overpass. Now, if you've been through the area in the last few months, in the last few year or so, you're seeing that they're actually rerouting some of the train traffic to the north side. What they're trying to do, this is called the Nisqually reroute. They're trying to go around the area, take it up alongside the ridge, moving it farther away. So you've got a lot of this construction area where they've got that staging area with all those multicolored tents that we've been seeing over the last hour and a half. This is part of the new area that they've had as part of a construction staging ground. It's also up in this area. But let's take a look back. We've got today, obviously, but this is how it looked in November 2016. So this area here where you've got these little mounds and some of that grass, that is now the staging area where they have those tents. You can see this as far back as November 2016. You've got the excavators and other work. This is where that reroute was happening, just on the other side of the area there on southbound I-5. So here's a composite picture of what we're dealing with. So again, November 2016, how you've got that reroute and the construction up there. That was the look in the grass to where it is today. So there's been a lot of work that's been going on through the area. And so you know that you've got these new barriers that are going in. You've got the reroute in the area. Now, again, we have to stress there isn't necessarily any direct connection that we can confirm at this point about that construction having any impact. But it does give you a sense of what's happening in the area, that there have been changes. This is the inaugural day for this train, and we also looked up some of the history of this construction project, and they made safety a prime concern about disclosure to the public, but saying that the train through that area upwards of 79 miles an hour. They wanted people to know that. We don't know what the restrictions were for speed along this trestle in this area, but that gives you the sense of how fast these things were going and the potential of the speed. So we're going to keep digging into that project, the history of it, try to learn more about construction in the area, and we'll bring some of that to you guys. But it really shows you the potential of all the different moving parts and what's happening in that area, and definitely more to learn on that, guys.
And John, we know you've also filed some Freedom of Information Act requests, correct?
Yes, because you're talking about a federal project working in conjunction with WSDOT, you're going to have a lot of agencies and a lot of subcontractors working on this. But I think it's telling that you've got the day one inaugural run on this that says something about how these pieces come together, and also who may be at risk, who may be at fault in some of this. All of that is going to come out over the next few months as you have both local investigators from the Sheriff's Department, you've got all the firefighter crews, WSDOT on scene, and also the feds. So these are concerns that we've got to take a look at. How much training went into this? How much research and planning and testing went into this? Is this the first time that this train has gone over the trestle? We need some of those questions answered, and all of that will slowly be doled out, and we'll peel away those layers of the onion of information over the next coming months, because this is a very serious sort of thing and something that we haven't seen quite of this scale in our area in years, if ever.
Absolutely. John, thank you. That was really interesting context and useful as well.